All right, we are live. Give me a mic check, mic check. Make sure we are sounding pretty solid here. Hold on a second. What you guys up to tonight? It's good to see everybody. Good to see right off the bat a bunch of my members of the channel. Guys in green. Give me one second here. Appreciate you guys every week, man. Seems like I always got the support of my members every week. Can't thank you guys enough. You guys want to join the membership? Check out that join button on one of our videos. Check out it out here right now. Whatever. I love y'all. I appreciate what you guys do and the input you guys give for the channel for sure. So let me check this. Yeah, there we go. So we got a good audio. So what's going on, everybody? Yeah, it's definitely cooler out for sure, Broken Tool. I mean, here in Ohio, it's like, I mean, every day we're losing a couple minutes. We talk a lot about, getting your shit off the jack stands and making sure that you make a plan and you stick to it, right? We talk about it all the time. And this is exactly like the perfect case scenario example. Like I always talk about going, we always, me and Katie always go down to, or try to go down to the beach or go down to the lake, and it's wonderful. But like every time, the sunset, like we like to watch sunset once in a while. And like earlier in the year, it's like 9:30, 9:45, it would be the sunset. It's sitting at like 8 o'clock now. And every day you lose like a minute or two and you're losing that daylight. I guess the point I'm trying to make is you never promise tomorrow, and you need to get your shit off the jack stand. You need to get to work. I mean, it's literally end of August. And if you're getting towards the end of those those projects, then I hear it, man. Then I love it. If you're working on your project right now, you're sitting in the garage listening to me talk about shit on a Sunday, let me know what you're working on in the comments. Y'all know what we do here. But the point of the matter is, you got to stay motivated. You got to write the shit down. You know what I mean? You just got to get it done. My white car, we've been really testing my white car, and it's been testing my patience, to be honest with you, for the last 2 to 3 weeks. We had a distributor issue, which I'm going to talk about real quick. We're not going to reiterate, but I'm going to show you what worked, and I'm going to tell you what worked, and then we're going to go from there. But the thing of the matter is we've been testing the car a lot, and we got it pretty dialed in. We're going pretty fast with the car, and we dipped into the mid fives ish. We're getting close to where we wanted to be to end the season, and it's just, we had a race this past weekend. It was a wonderful venue, so many people. It just that warms my heart to see people out there just representing, going to the track and supporting your local track. But the point of the matter is, we've been working on the white car, pretty heavy. And like I said, I got like 3 videos in folders that I haven't edited for you guys. But I mean, we don't need to see that much racing. So I'm just going to compile, a video. I was going to try to get it done on Saturday, but I was literally working on a white car Friday and half a Saturday before my race. So I do apologize. There was a video ready for that. But anyways, moving on. Let me catch up real quick here. What's up, Broken Tool? How we doing? Mustang guy, Jonathan, how we doing? Stangs, a lot of members here, man. I appreciate you guys jumping in. Matt Hopkins, finally got the car running today, but I had a question for you. Might be a 2-part question because I'm limited on how many words I can write each comment. Really? I didn't know that was a thing. I ordered the quarter horse for my 94 Mustang. Now I have to learn how to use it. Binary editor. I think do-it-yourself tuning, DIY. Somebody help me out later. There's like an old website that's really good. Easy tuning. I don't remember what it was. Is it true that the spring pigtails are not the same? I don't even know what that means. Pimp, what's going on, bro? Hot Rod Ray, good to see you. Yeehaw, it is. So, let's look. We got a lot of things on our little thumbnail there that I want to talk about. Got a bunch of shit. Yes, we do. Let me go to let me open up the picture. Okay, so first things first, Flowmasters. Now, we just did the FP video. We just did the Mac video like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. We were going to do the Flowmaster video on Friday, but like I said, we'd been working on the white car. We got the white car where we want it. We just got to dial in the 2-step. The 2-step failed us this past weekend. Probably shouldn't have used it. especially on that track, on that no prep, because I mean, it's screwed me before. I don't have a whole lot of confidence with it just yet. And it was working really good in the last clutch setup. I just didn't get a chance to dial it in because every time I wanted to dial it in, you got to go to a track to do it. I mean, you can do it on the street, but then you just spin tire and you don't really know if it's correct or not. But anyways, Flowmasters, we were going to do the Flowmaster videos, and we're still going to do that. We got to get into the Vibrant videos like I had promised Cassius. I know that Vibrant's been very, very patient with us, with that video. So I want to get the Flowmaster. I want to backtrack, get the Flowmaster videos done with the Man Cam Stage 5 with the 227s on the 393. Get a little choppy chop. Get a little. You guys can give me a little feedback on which muffler you like the best because we're going to do them both. We're going to do the OG two chamber, 40 series, and then we're going to do the Deltas, which are a little bit quieter. And after the Vibrance, we're going to probably do Borla or the. I'm just going to order a set of mufflers that you guys tell me to hook up. I don't know. That's what we're going to do. Wick 90 SN95. What's going on? I apologize if feeling a little bit hoarse or whatever. I'm exhausted, guys. We didn't get in from racing until like 4:30 in the morning last night, me and Katie, and it was tough. And it was a wonder. I mean, I loved every minute of it. Next thing you know, you look at the clock, it's like 1:30 in the morning, and you're like, man, I'm never up that late. I'm in bed. I'm an in bed 10:30, 11 o'clock guy at the latest. I'm up killing the day at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, ready to go. That's my life. But the point of the matter is, it is what it is. It's not very often that we get a chance to do that, and we killed it. I think had a good time. The venue was really good. We'll talk about that in a minute. Got a 351 swapped in a foxbody a few months ago. Changed the oil, and it took 7 quarts before it read full. And I know you're the guy to ask, is this normal? Love the channel. It's always kind of been a, just kind of an argument on the internet. Like, is it 7 quarts plus 1 for the filter? Is it 6.5 plus 1? You know what I mean? I guess if it's full, it's full. You know what I mean? Send it. Hard mufflers, aluminum, sounds amazing. Yeah, we're pretty. I think Hanlon was talking about putting those on there and trying them recently. Work hard, play harder. You're correct. I see passenger rear seat. I see the passenger rear sits lower, and there are no motor in the car right now. I'm not real sure what that means. Getting the AC running tonight. There you go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, everybody? Good to see you, Caleb. I'm just kind of coming back through. But anyway, we do have the goal for tonight. If you guys want to chip in on that goal, we're doing the hat and shirt giveaway. I did send out the merch last week, and with 417 Fox, we also did the banners. So going back to the Flowmaster videos, I mean, do you guys think what mufflers? What we really need to do, and I'm going to do it real quick. I'm going to grab my marker, and I want to get like 5 good, let's call it 3 mufflers that we want to order on the channel. Now, keep in mind, I'd like to keep the mufflers that they're offset, like Flowmasters are. Inlet outlet is offset for like a foxbody Mustang. So give me some mufflers. We've done this before, but I don't know where I had it markered on one of the tables, but give me 3 mufflers you guys think we should run on this 393 and be sounding nasty. Now, is Flowmaster king over Mac and FP? We're about to find out this week, when I put it on. It's going to be all the same video. We're going to go back. We're going to backtrack on the 2 sound clips. We're going to do nice, good sound clips for y'all in the same spot in front of the garage. And, we're going to get different sounds with the nasty little 393. So let me grab my marker, because I wanted to ask this question last week and I forgot. So we're going to do 3 mufflers. There's 3 mufflers I got to order. So what mufflers do you guys think you would like on the channel? Something that, I mean, like I said, these are going to be given away. So most likely we're going to do the Flowmaster video this week, and we'll probably give away the FP mufflers either next week or the following. So I don't really know what day we're going to do that just yet, but you guys will know. You guys will find out. So I got a hero over here. I was about to throw the neighbor haters on to see what they would sound like. I was about to throw. Okay. What up? Fighting a vibration 75 to 80 through the driveline angle good and adjustable times. Tail shaft bushing new. Could be a balance on your drive shaft. Could be your drive shaft bolts loose. Make sure you check your pinions not falling apart. Probably pull the rear drive shaft down, and check your pinion nut. Make sure it didn't back off because that has happened. Make sure you got backlash or whatever. Yeah. As far as vibration in the drive line, and then just make sure that your output isn't probably bent. I don't know. Who needs a muffler? Straight through mufflers are the best. So we got, I think we're going to do Spintex. I know some people mentioned those before a couple times. So we'll definitely buy a set of Spintex. I'm happy to hear the vibrance. The rest is gravy. I got you, baby. I got you. What up, Shelby? Good to see you. My Flowmasters sound great at idle, but somewhere between 2,300 RPM, they drone. Well, BBK long tube headers bolt up to a Mac Pro Chamber H pipe. I'm not real sure. I think the Mac Pro Chamber is set up to have both shorties and longs, if I remember correctly. Do you think 11-to-1 compression is too much for a 357 on 93 octane? Have a 30 over 351 with stage 2 cam. It's close. I think so. I wouldn't be putting a lot of timing in that. So if you're only gonna put 93 octane in that 357, then I would be very careful. You know, don't run a bunch of timing in it because that fuel doesn't burn very well. You know. Any good tips on cutting out a cage or old 6x6 plates welded to the floor without cutting the floor out? Not really, man. Why would you want to listen? I'm going to warn you real quick. Cutting out a cage is not really a good idea. If that cage has been in that car a long time, when you cut it, it's going to release the tension of the car. Does that make sense? Like you could ruin your car. No, I wouldn't even say ruin it. It could tweak because it's if you've ever cut a cage out, and I have, it'll literally move. It'll go tink once it loses its tension. So I would consider just leaving it alone. When you guys cage your car, pay the extra money. I mean, if it's going to be a pure race car, whatever. But if you're getting a custom cage put in, get the good, swing bar or whatever. Mine are actually molded around me so like they don't cram me up. It's a really nice custom chrome ollie that I had done a long time ago. But 540 lift good for GT40 heads. Yes, that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, that's 100%. Don't cut it out. That's what Gunner said. Gunner, don't cut it out if you can help it. I had an old wise man tell me, don't cut a cage out of a car. It'll tweak. And he was right. Spintex 9000s. Is that what we're going with? So Spintech 9000. What's the other two? Good evening, all the nesters just joining. What's going on, brother? What's going on, Clifton? So you guys think Flowmasters will still be king? That's basically what the whole thumbnail is going to be. I'm not getting tricky with my clickbait and my thumbnails and my videos. We're just going to go straight to it. Is Flowmaster king? It's always going to be a special place in my heart for Flowmasters. You know what I mean? Mac always will be my favorite. We're just lucky to have it. Oh, speaking of which, I'm considering where we put them. But I'm considering for Christmas, we have a Mac cat bag. I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. Try to find it real quick. I don't know where we put it. But there's a Mac cat bag here in the shop. And it's actually in really good condition. That I'm considering donating to the channel. Might do a members only thing. I don't know. but it's a 2.5er. And we pulled it off a parts car, and it's a flow pass, Mac flow pass 2.5, and it's got the tails with it too. Nice little cat back setup. So I was considering giving that away for the Christmas Fox Days of Christmas. What do you guys think? Flowmaster robs power. Sounds good though. They all do, for the most part. To an extent. SLP2 9,000 all day. And put a good, Cadion cage in it. So guy had a main hoop and down bars, and they gutted, didn't fit right at all. Nor did any of it really fit right. So like if you cut that cage out, I'm going to be honest with you, you're going to want to put that on a frame machine. I'd like to see how, I mean, my SSP coupe was absolutely, it was a freaking hot mess. Like when they put that thing on a machine, when they put that thing on a machine, it was bad. The car had been hit, and that's why it got decommissioned back in 92, 93. It was 96,000 miles on it when it got decommissioned, and I still have the bumper where he hit the person in the rear or whatever. That's what was told to me. Finally made some boost this weekend. I seen the picture of it. Feels strong. I love it, man. So that's actually in our thumbnail too, is 427. We're going to talk about that a little bit later after, but our Flowmaster is king. I mean, that's kind of where we're at right now. And that's where we're going to be this week. That's good. If I get one video out this week, it's going to be that one, because it doesn't take a whole lot of time to do the muffler videos, but I do want to do a ride along, go out there and spend some time. I haven't done much of a ride along with the black car since we got it back on the road. And I just love the car, man. We did. Now, I do want to talk about the 393 scenario with you guys. The change up. That's going to be something good. I appreciate you, Mark Parker, for joining the channel, man. Appreciate you joining up. Part 2, running down the freeway. Cooling temperature sensor runs at about 187 on 180 thermostat. The rear temperature reads 160. Just don't look right to me. That's normal. Mine's in the rear of my intake too. It does the same thing. It's about 15 to 20 degrees off, but it is what it is. Don't worry about it. 187 is nothing. What's up, KK's Garage? Good to see you, brother. Darren, I've always been a Flowmaster guy, but I'm really considering a set of FPs. Not sure which ones. They're on back order now. I'm pretty sure I'm not the one who like we did that video, and FP actually sent me a message. So they were really, really humble. They were good people. And they said they appreciate what we do here on the channel, and they appreciate you guys, and they appreciate the community, and they couldn't get the muffler shipped fast enough when we decided to go ahead and put them on our car. And I did leapfrog a couple other muffler set that we were supposed to put on there first, but I do have to make adapters for the vibrant ones and the SLP ones. So we're going to double back and make sure that happens, because they've been waiting for that. So Mark, I appreciate the $10 super sticker, man. We'll put that to good use here on the channel, buying some mufflers. It is my birthday coming up, turning 48. I was going to talk about it next week. We're going to party it up a little bit. I was going to, instead of me getting some gifts, I was going to give away some FP mufflers. I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to give away, and you're hearing it right here on live, and the majority of you guys, at least click on that shit. We got about 100 people in here right now, and I know there's 80 or 90 of them that don't really talk too much. And just letting you guys know, next week's going to be a big week. We're going to give away those FP, those nice FP mufflers that we have here on the black car. So that's what we're going to do. That's motivation. So it's my birthday this week on Wednesday. It's 27th, turning 48 years old. I don't look too bad for 48. Definitely getting old though. Starting to hear pops and cracks all in my damn joints. It is what it is, baby. We're gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. But we'll get that next week. We'll talk more about birthday stuff next week. I mean, it's kind of in between it. So, what track? I like the BBK back exhaust. Sounds great, but that stock 5.0 though, I know. Neo, my local track is finally opening back up. Nice. Which one is it? What track is opening back up? I love to see that. Guys, if you get an opportunity to go to a track, go support your local track. You don't realize how important gate fees are to keep the track's lights on. Like it's a real deal. Like when you come through a gate, it might be 20, it might be 40, it might be 50, whatever, but they need that money to keep the lights on. You know what I mean? It's not cheap. It's not cheap. Go support your track. I don't care if it's a dirt track. And speaking of which, I think I'm in the wrong racing genre, because dirt track, they pay back to like last place. My buddy Mark that I lift weights with during the week, he's like 64. He's like 62 or 63, and he's jacked. Like he's been, he's a good guy. He's awesome. Anyways, he was like the Dale Earnhardt of dirt track around this area for a long time, and he flags at the track like the guy who does starts and stops the race or whatever. And been around the track a long time. Long story short, he showed me the payouts. Like it's crazy. Like these payouts are like 10 grand to the winner, and it pays all the way back to like the last place. Like the last place guy gets like $800. So like if you just show up and race, you get like $800. Like I don't get it. Like what are we doing wrong, bros? Like dirt track is no joke, but I'll tell you, racing's racing. You gotta love it all. Gotta love it all. Sean, I appreciate it. It's my birthday today. Let's get that. Let's get somebody a hat and t-shirt, man. I appreciate that, Sean. Happy birthday, brother. Everybody, happy birthday, Sean. I'm going on 47 on 21. I'm going I'm 47 going on 21. Yeah, I hear you. Neo always showing love to the followers. I'm telling you, brother. So I don't know if you guys seen the max, the 2.5. I have no use for the 2.5 max. So we run 3-inch on the black car, and there's turbo everywhere else. So we're not going to put max on Dad's car. We'll put open, not open, but we'll put straight pipes like we did with the black car. But I think that's a good idea. Before we close out on our muffler discussion, I'm going to have to show you guys a picture. I'll put the picture up in blog. I'll put it up in YouTube and Facebook. We'll put a picture up and talk about it. And then it'll be somebody pick up a Mac flow path catback system for their Mustang for Christmas this year. So if you guys don't know, we do Fox Days of Christmas every year where I give away a bunch of shit. And this year we're probably going to give away about a half a dozen things, significant items. Us, Hanlon, Stiflers, McLeod, Tremec. There's, all the sponsors that are here on the channel that help us out. So it'll be fun. We'll have a good time. I'm turning 50 this year. Definitely not looking forward to it. I hear that, man. I'm 48 in October. It's funny. It's funny how close our genre really is. It's funny how many people that follow my channel, we're all like literally the same age. Like we're within like 5 years of each other. That's really kind of cool. I guess the algorithm's working. I'm 47 next month, man. I'll tell you, there's a couple dirt tracks here in Williams Grove and Lincoln Speedway are close to me. So like, I didn't realize it was that hot. You know what I mean? Mark told me, he's like, it's always packed. He's like, it's a different experience than going straight on the dragway. So I'm lucky here in upstate South Carolina, 4 tracks within an hour of my house, one of which is 10 minutes away. Nice. Go support your track, baby. I appreciate all the happy birthdays. HLR, man. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Thanks so much. We'll put that towards the t-shirt stuff and put that towards the channel. Would you run 17s or 18s for the street? 18s on a drag radial? It depends on which one has more of a footprint. Like this one right here is a 10.5. So I have street drag radials over there, like the Mickeys. And I was thinking about getting rid of them to put my SVE 18s back on, but I might just keep those for the footprint. Just keep them on there. What's up, Jim Hill? Sorry if I missed somebody coming in. Then there's me, who's 22. You know what? That's okay, though. That's okay. You got to teach the younger genre how to change a tire and you know, rejet a carburetor, all that stuff. That's important, man. Trying to teach my son that right now. I think I was around 2010s. They were open whether the street cars were real and big. I'm 60, the garage prepping a core support for my coupe. I love it, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. Getting shit off jack stands. Just wait another 30 years. What? When I'm 77? Man, if I make it that far, I'll be happy. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. It is what it is. Dang, you older than I thought you was. Damn. I don't know. Is that a how old you think I was? I'm 29. What's up, Bob Brown in the house? Good to see you, brother. Should I port GT40Ps? No. Been messing with foxbody since I was 15. I love it. 53 and I need a new creeper. You guys are killer. You're killing me. What we got here? Let's go back to my little thumbnail. So, Flowmasters this week, FPs next week. Just because it's my birthday doesn't mean that I ain't giving some shit away. So we'll give away FPs mufflers. They're looking forward to whoever the winner is. So we'll make sure we'll tag them. You know, make sure we we give the props where it needs to happen. So moving on to shit, I don't even know. Let's move on to Magnolia. So on the thumbnail, we had a race this past weekend. It's pretty fire. We raced the white car. Didn't do very well the first round. Like I said, the two-step, I don't know what happened to the two-step rev limiter. I run the elevator switch on my fork I'm not making any excuses, but we probably shouldn't have used that switch. I'm going to be honest. We shouldn't use the switch, but that's okay because we made up for it in the second chance race and won the second chance race. Did really well. I'm happy about that. Car went 590.60 at the track. It was fast. And I think it would have been if had I just ran my race and got out. And sometimes, you know, it's kind of funny how we overthink shit. Like we talked about it last week. It's just like we overthink shit and we screw each other up. You know, you screw yourselves up. You know, how many times, and we talk about this a lot on the channel. Like how many times did you go into work on something and then while I'm here, I'm gonna change this, and while I do that, I'm gonna change that. So I was working on my I didn't get no headlights, right? And we're going to go right into the distributor thing I was telling you about. There was a couple like stupid things that were wrong with my white car. My headlights weren't working. So you would automatically think that the headlight switch was bad, right? But it wasn't. So I changed the switch what I noticed on a multi-function switch is if I moved it around, sometimes the lights would kick on. So two things was happening. Either I had a bad ground somewhere, which was evident, or I had like there was something wrong with my harness. There was something wrong with the multifunction switch, right? Turns the high beams on. So we pulled the multifunction switch off, and what I noticed is when I unplugged all the shit, like 3 of the pins came out of my like literally came out of the back of my multifunction switch. So what we did, the problem with some of these Mustangs, and you guys need to understand that just like the computers with the capacitors, they are a ticking time bomb when it comes to wiring issues. And one thing that could like burn your car down is a harness that has a pin pulling out. So what I do with all my dash harness pieces, especially the ones that hold power, is I'll zip tie the lines all together, like all the wires together, and they'll make them kind of accountable for each other. So if you have one pin that's pulling out of the plug because like the little lock fell out of it or whatever, because it's not uncommon, you can push the pin back in, zip tie them all together, and it kind of secures them together. And if you really want to get a little crazy, what I do with the right stuff, the little gasket sealer, because you know it's like rubberized, is I'll put a dab of right stuff behind that pin so that pin can never pull back out unless I pull it real hard on it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like a tip of the trade. Like I tell you, every time we do a live stream, you're going to learn something from it. There's something that I've done. It's not a hack. It's hard to get these factory Ford plugs. You know, they don't make a lot of them anymore. I think NPD still has a stockpile of them, but like stuff like that can be maintenance and not replaced and be fine. You see what I mean? So next time you're in your dash, this is something super helpful. You know, your ignition switch and there's like a whole bunch of big cannon plugs behind your steering wheel. Next time you're in there, check the plugs, make sure none of the wires are pulling out, because it could be a power wire and it could arc over and start a fire. Pull them out, make sure they're all secured, put a little zip tie on them so it keeps them all secured together. So like if even if the one lock is bad, it's not going to pull out. And then take a little bit of Right Stuff. It's just a little can of Right Stuff gasket sealer, and put a little rubber gasket sealer around it on any of them that are pulling out. And this is the same goes for your headlight switches, like the little cannon plugs on your headlight switches. There's a bunch of wires, a bunch of shit going on there. So I'm going to tell you, pretty much in every one of these Mustangs, there's wires pulling out of these damn. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you. Don't force them out, because they're supposed to be little locks, little locks inside of them. But I'm telling you, happens all the time. But you're gonna learn something every time we do a live stream. Trying to help with the t-shirt giveaway, man. I appreciate it. Don't know if you saw it, but I emailed you from handling thing last week. I seen an email. I have it pinned. I'm gonna have to check it. I apologize about that, Shelby. What are the requirements to run a convertible down the track? I don't think there's any requirements until you get into like the 11-second range. A guy used to work with his boy bought an 83. Okay. What's up, Vance Cooper in the house? Big shout to him. He was at Magnolia this past weekend. Super fast stick shift Cadillac. Wanted to check in, but gotta run, guys. All right, man. Have a great week, pimp. It's good seeing you, brother. Thanks for stopping in. Neil, what gearbox is in Dad's car? It's T5. Can't hardly get a multi-function switch. Yeah, fusible links, I hate them. They're always bad. I just cut that stuff and run a carburetor. Can't do that, baby. Come on. Not yet. Carburetor's like last resort when you're ready to move on from EFI. Although carburetors will skin your ass for sure. I mean, a well-tuned carburetor will skin your ass. I work in Versailles at the Ford dealership. Just cut right now. Okay. So, anyways, moving on. Magnolia we had a really, really good race at Magnolia. It was a good time. And big shout to Tony Politano. He won the stick shift. He won. We had a bunch of money on it. Like we put our own 900. I think it was 1,000. Was it 900? I put 600 with Hanlon's 400 to make the $1,000 winner pot, and we put an extra 200 on Bunker Hill Fabrications sponsorship to make the runner-up 500, and then we did a $300 second chance. So there was 1,000, 500, 300 before any of the buy-ins. So there was 11 cars, 150 buy-in, 100 goes to winner, 50 goes to runner-up. So the runner-up was Andy Roost, I think his name is, Andrew. He runs an LS swapped Foxbody stick shift car. And he won 1050 in the finals. He lost to Tony in the finals, and Tony walked away with 20. Tony and Tess walked away with 2,100. So big shout out to those guys. Their program, that car was on fire all night long. The White Cracker is fast as fuck, boy. So he's a car to be dealt with. And Tony drives the shit out of it. So proud of him, proud of the program. We shit a brick in the first round with him. We didn't do very well, like I said. And you gotta lose. You gotta lose to get better. It was a win because the venue was wonderful. A lot of people were there. I had a bunch of fun. I told you guys, when this shit stops being fun, I'm gonna put a car cover over it and walk away for a while. But I had a blast last night, winning and losing. It doesn't matter. That whole stick shift series is kind of like, that's my main focus, is having a good venue, not winning all the money. Honestly, I don't care if I win. And, I am trying to win the T56 mag, which we talked about before, and you see it here in the thumbnail. So we were a half a point ahead on John Askey but John Askey went a couple laps with some other people and won some points. So now I got to make up basically 2 points by the end of the year. So we got one more race left, and we have a chance at winning the T56 Magnum. I'm pretty confident on the back half of 42, so it's going to be fun. I just got to hope to get a little lucky, get a little lucky, have a little bit of fun. So, what's up, Jesse Workman? Good to see you, brother. I know you've been busy. Put a turbo on the 393. Nah, we're not going to do that. If we did anything, we do nitrous. And we're probably not going to do that either. What we are going to do is the 393 in the thumbnail, the 393 change up that we're talking about. We talked to Trick Flow at Magnolia, because that Magnolia is like one of their tracks that they go to a lot. One of the ambassadors for Trick Flow. And, we brought Trick Flow on as a sponsor this year. So it's really, really cool. They gave us the 227 heads. They gave us the intake. They gave us the camshaft. So we do have a box R. As you guys know, it was on the 387. And I think we're going to send the lower back to Trick Flow, because Pee Wee told me to bring the lower. We're going to do like a comparison thing. I think that the R box will get rid of I have a dead spot in my tune, and it's just we couldn't figure it out. We think it's maybe the lower intake. We don't know. So I think we're gonna put the box R on the 393. I think it'll make more power. I know it'll make more power. I think that'll be one of the first moves we do before we go to Holly. So we are going to change up the 393's intake. We'll probably use the intake that we have on the 393 on the 427, which I haven't even talked about yet. So you guys have no idea what that is. That's kind of like new to the channel. I haven't really talked about that much. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the update on the 393. We drove it today. It's wonderful. Like I said, there's a dead spot. We just need to get a Holly Terminator X in it, but I think we're going to try the box R and retune it before we do anything. Probably pick up some power. It made 474 through long tubes, and what was it? Mid 450s with chambers on. What motor does the White Cracker have? It's a 410. He has a production block, junkyard block, 410. I wouldn't call it junkyard. Like, he didn't get it out of the junkyard. It was a good used core. And he runs the 227s. He runs the same cam and the heads that I have on the 393 behind me. Motor make good steam, man. Motor make good steam. So what motor does White Cracker have? Mustang guy carb is like 1,000 CFM. That's a badass carburetor. What's up, 905 Stang? Appreciate you dropping in. What's going on, MF Customs in the house? Good to see you, bro. So again, we got to do I got to actually order a Terminator X, because actually MF Customs changed my other one to a coil near plug. So that we're saving for the coupe, because we're decommissioning the white car like we were supposed to last year. So the coupe's going to be the main focus this winter of the transition. So we're going to get a chance to take everything apart on the white car and put it on the black car, the coupe, and kind of, run things a little bit different. It'd be pretty cool. So 1,000, dang, I got a 302 though. So that's what we were talking about with Magnolia. So Magnolia was a really nice, probably the best outlaw track in Ohio, or one of them. It was really, really good. The stick shift, there was probably 3 or 4 or 5 guys that didn't show because they had, family things going on. I think, one just had a child. One was out of town on vacation. One, John Kinter, literally the guy who helped me with lining up all weekend. Big thanks to him. He literally was 2 hours away from. He needed a little more time, and he could have got his car there. So it's very easily, a stick shift could have seen 15 or 16 people this past weekend. It's growing. It's getting bigger in Ohio. So I'm happy about that. We had almost as many or more than Small Tire did, but True Street definitely had a bunch of cars in there. And it was, if you guys get a chance, Spooled Media, they were there on site. 660 TV, I think it is. He was there on site. Be some good videos coming out. You guys got to see how fast those True Street cars are going. It's ridiculous. Pretty awesome. Anyways, what you guys working on? Yeah, we're up to about 85, 90 people. Make sure you guys hit that like. That like helps the, you come in here, talk a little shit with me on a Sunday. Make sure you drop a like and say hello. For those that don't really talk in the background. So, what camera lifters are you using in the white car? Short throw. We have limited travel comps. We were going to do the Johnsons, but we decided to go with the comps because remember that motor got built kind of on a time frame. We had to build that motor quick, but we used good parts. So we have limited travel comps. And the cam is what is it? Anderson B451. I think we have that camshaft over here. I just picked up Ace's wild card that I got a great deal on. Been wondering about them. So Brutal did a bunch of stuff with Aces. So you might want to check out what he's got going on his channel. He did a number of things with Kevin and those guys over there at Aces. Good setup, good people. Working on a 660 over 351 with trick flow 11R 170s. Let's go. Just tore the heads off of wife's cars, getting ready to put GT40Ps on it. That's what I'm talking about. Got my junk running again. Now I'm putting the rest of the car back together. Dyno scheduled. Let's go. Right before FTO, right? So FTO, we're gonna come down FTO with the black car. I don't know. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. We're not gonna race. It's not fast enough to race. NA or whatever. We might have some. We might do a little couple laps at the track. I'll bring my slicks with me, but it's not going to be like that. I think I would love to have the Terminator X in the car by then, but that's probably not going to happen either. I got limited time as it is, and I want to do this muffler videos, and I got some racing still coming up, and we are just busy as shit in the shop. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I mean? We've with the rentals that we just picked up and the stuff that's going on in my life with that stuff. I mean, I'm just humbled to be where I'm at, and I'm humbled to be here talking to you guys on a Sunday night. You know what I mean? I love this shit. This is kind of like my decompression time. You know what I mean? I like to decompress on a Sunday and talk some foxbody shit with you guys. I love that stuff. You know what I mean? Thank you for Thanks to you, we got motivated to get the car off the jack stands. We're the best place to grab a rule book to make sure I can pass tech at Dragway 42. Haven't been there in years. So depends on how fast you think you're going to go. I wouldn't worry about it until you get into the 11s. Obviously, rules get a little more steeper the faster your car goes. And 999 is like the cutoff for you got to start having a cage, like a full cage. So if you do the cage at 1150 or roll bar or whatever, do the simple bolt-in one. I will tell you that just like we spoke with somebody earlier in the chat, I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you cage your car, don't cut it out because that car will tweak to that cage and strengthen it. It'll solidify the car. And if you cut the cage out, it's going to make it all, it's going to tweak it because all that pressure and shit, you know what I mean? Personal best with the Comet, then on fire on the return road. What? That just happened? Let's install the Terminator X there. Which one? The coil plug? 1150's foxbody with a bolt-in cage. That's a good start. 573 at a 121 diaper came in contact with header and caught. Oh, man. Did it ruin anything? Everything okay? Are you okay? Still trying to get pieces together so I can put this TKX in the 95. That's all right. Get it done, baby. You just really need a bell housing and like a drive shaft. We went 570 at 126 at 25 on Wednesday. Where do I have that? Do I have that? I do. No, draggies are always off. I don't. Let's see. Damn it. 1 second here. Let's see if I do have it. But that was Wednesday's pass. But why did that catch fire? Listen, the diaper, Diapers are important, man, for sure. But sometimes I can see that some bullshit like that happening. You know what I mean? Sorry to hear that, bro. Whichever you, I just need a Terminator X to put in the black car. We're getting rid of, listen, I got a dead spot. I think the intake, I'm going to be honest with you. I really want to put the box R intake as the next upgrade for the black car. I don't even really think it's an upgrade. I'm not, I mean, I got an Edelbrock intake manifold I can use if I wanted to use it, but it's a single plane, just like the trick flow one. And I'm just going to stay with the trick flow one because it just makes sense. But I do have the box R lower upper for 351, which you can't really get right now. That's sitting over there. That came out the 387. So they told me a trick flow they wanted to port it and wanted me to bring it to them. So I said, all right, well, let's do it, baby. You know, give me a moment here, guys. So we went testing. We've been testing for like the last 3 weeks. It's been ridiculous. It's been absolutely ridiculous. Just been a shit show. Hang on. I'm waiting for something to load. Helmet, fire jacket, certified belt should be good, right? Helmets 13, past 13.99. Certified belts and fire jacket. Fire jacket and helmet should always be a no-brainer. But certified belts, I don't know if that's even a thing until 1150. Is that right? Somebody help me out here. I think 1150 is where that's at. I haven't seen that rule book in forever. So hang on a second. All right, let me come back here. Let's see if I can present this. This is as far as we got on 15 pounds. This was 15 pounds of boost. Like with the new turbo setup that we just put in, because we found a bent turbo. And with the new clutch, you know, dialing the two-step in, we just didn't have enough time. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have messed with it. But this was our now keep in mind the draggy's a little bit off with timing. The ticket's always a little bit faster. So the ticket I got was 570. This is when my two-step, I was just dialing my two-step in, and if I looked at the data log, it still dipped real bad in the RPM, but it had to have moved. I was so confident. Oh, wait, wrong one. That's the wrong draggy. Whoops. Hang on. That was on 10 pounds. And that was like 3 weeks ago. How the hell did that get in my phone? I don't remember downloading that one. Uno momento. This is all from where the hell did that go? I think I messed something up there. Anyways, I kicked myself for waiting so long. Good gear work there. Shift light never went off. My shift light's been shitty, but I fixed that too. There's a bunch of dumb shit that I had. We're going to talk about the distributor here. It's been dumb. but it is what it is. Here we go. So anyway, whoops. We got a really good light here. So anyways, yeah. I'm out, guys. I'm sorry, John. We'll see you soon, brother. Yeah, I know. I kicked myself for waiting so long. So let me back up here. Swapping from an auto, still need U-joint, cross member, throw out, pallet bearing, and clutch kit. All the nuts and bolts. I should have everything to drop it in. Rise and grind. That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna talk about some. Magnolia was good. Like I said, we won second chance race, and there was a lot of money on the thing, but we got to put a tamer on it. That's the next thing we're going to talk about. I think that's where we're going to need the tamer for the radial prep, anyways. When we do that with the coupe, I was going to try to mess with the radial prep, before the end of the year. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm just ready to get into the coupe build because I'm super excited about it. It ain't going to be perfect, you know what I mean? It's definitely not going to be perfect, but I'm going to make it another similar car like my white car, because that's, what it was really intended to do last year. So Garrett Leach, for you guys that are stick shift, he has I don't have it with me. I had it in the shop here for a while. He has a clutch tamer, and it's literally the best clutch tamer on the market, and end of story, without a doubt. So I want you guys, don't. He's like behind on tamers right now as it is, but it's the cat's ass. I think if we get the two-step and the two-step adjusted, we're going to make a new bracket, because I think that's what's happening is the brackets just kind of wore out. It was just kind of something we kind of threw together, and I think the elevator switch needs a legitimate bracket, something that's not going to fail me in the middle of a race. But no excuses. Losing or not doing good just makes you better. You just got to go get better. But anyways, he has a tamer that that we need to put in the car, and we've had the car. We've had the tamer for a long time, and we should have 100% had it in the car a long time ago. So we're definitely well, I'm sorry, I'm like multitasking. That's something that's on the docket for us this week, next week. Got to get it done before stoplight. At least I hope. Yeah, here we go. Neo, what size roller cage would you recommend to put in the SN95 11-second car? Like what size cage? Whatever fits the rules and whatever's within budget. Okay, so we're going to talk about the tamer here in a second, a little bit more. But this is where we were at on Wednesday. You can actually hear the two-step on. Now, the two-step is on a button, and the tamer is going to be on the same button. So the tamer is going to flare at the same time that the two-step flares, if I'm not mistaken. That's something I'm going to have to cover with Garrett. But I think the tamer needs to start right before two-step rev limiter. Let's go. And that's all. When you put new clutches in, which is one of the videos that we need to finish, you have to readjust all that stuff. I mean, because it's going to be a worn out clutch is going to be different than a clutch that's new. You know what I mean? let off about 700 feet. So we ran a 572 at 150. The drag was there. It's always off a little bit, but we got close to 100, 160 there. Or 160, but 123, 24. It's kind of where we need to be with the 8th mile. But this was on about 15.5 pounds of boost. We got about another 5 pounds, about 20 pounds is the max I'm going to go on this motor. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We were going to put that up in the next video. But you can hear it bog a little bit there, and I should have paid attention more. It had to have moved because it wasn't in the same spot. So that's important. And we need to dial that in with the tamer that we're putting under the dash. And I'm going to be doing some footage on that stuff. So how the tamer works, you guys probably wonder what the hell I'm talking about. Okay. Stick shift guys. There is a apparatus out there on the market. Garrett Leach, my good friend, he developed it. Really, really nice piece. It's in a lot of cars right now on stick shift going fast. Matter of fact, our friend that stick shift races with us, Michael McCoy, recently switched from his slipper clutch to the tamer and an RXT Twin HD that we run and loves the setup. He showed me this weekend, his tamer and how it worked right in front of me. And it's really cool. So basically it's like a little shock. You start the tamer, you push the clutch in, and it literally tames your pedal. So you lift off the pedal and it'll just bring the I can do it with my left foot just fine. I've been doing it for many years like that. But the nice thing about the tamer is once you get it dialed in and lock it into its place, as far as like because there's like an adjustment on it of where it'll flare at with the clutch. Long story short, it makes the pedal come out slower. A lot of the Coyote stock guys use a tamer, specific tamer. It's not uncommon. So it'll let stick shift be more consistent. The nice thing is once you go through the first gear, once it comes up to the top, then it's not on all the way down the track. Then it's off. You know, it's just like a normal pedal at that point if you use the gear every time. So we plan on putting the tamer in a black car as well. So it's not always on. It's always hooked up, but you have to. It's electronic, so you have to, you have to get the solenoid. You have to start the solenoid like you would with a like a 2-step or a rev limiter, and it's only on for that first gear. It's a wonderful setup. Wonderful setup. So it slows the pedal. It's attaches to the bottom of the dash frame, okay, and it connects to the clutch pedal. And when you push it in and you start the solenoid, it brings the clutch up, the pedal up slow. You see what I mean? And then it drops the solenoid, and it's just a normal pedal after that. It tames the clutch. That's why they call it a tamer. So the tamer replaces the slipper clutch, pretty much. The nice thing about the tamer is you can use a diaphragm clutch and achieve, like the RXT Twin or any sort of twin. Usually people on tamers they're either Coyote cars making 500 wheel or something in 1,000, 12, 1,500 range. Tamers do help. Slipper clutches work. Don't get me wrong here. I mean, slipper clutches are the cat's ass when it comes to, really going stick shift fast with radials and stuff. Don't get me wrong. You get those dialed in and it's money. But, for grudge racing and doing what we do with no prep, I think the tamer is going to change our game. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be huge for us. So what's up, Jesse? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Do you use a line lock? I do not, but we are going to hook that up in the coupe. Like what we're doing with the white car, we're just finishing the season with the white car. You know what I mean? We're going to try to win that Tremec box, and then we're going to waffle it off and, put some money towards the channel. You know what I mean? Getting some good shit that we need for both cars, specifically the coupe. Like I would like to get the Holly Dash. That's not cheap. And I would like to get, there's some stuff that we need, still some money we need to spend on the coupe. You know what I mean? Does anyone know if the BBK 351 long tube swap headers will work on SN95? I do not know that. So, moving on. That's the tamer. 393 stroker changeup. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier. We're going to do a 351 Windsor 9.5 deck. We're going to swap over to the box R, I think. So that's what we were instructed to do. So it'll require clearancing. Okay, what's next on the docket here? So there's a 427. Okay. So what do you guys think of I need a spare motor. Like, I'm not going to take the 390. If something happens to the 363, I'm not going to take it out of the, I'm not going to take the 393 out of my car over here. So there's a 427 that I can get my hands on, and definitely considering putting it on the engine stand over here. Yeah. I want to put the 363 definitely in the coupe because I love the 363. It's a great motor. But, in case something happens, I got to have a backup. And considering that Dave's only part-time for us, with us now on the channel because he's in Texas half the time, there's a 427 sitting over at a shop that, it's 5-digit money, but it's a bad piece. It's built for boost too. So I'm considering getting this 420. It's not a high, it's not a high compression motor. It's like 10.5, 10 3/4 to 1, which is perfect for what we want to do with it. It's got a shaft rocker system. It's got a solid roller camshaft in it. I probably would want to put the Trickler 227s or high ports on it, but we can swap some shit over, get with Trickler. What do you guys think? 427s are more fragile. Just going from what I heard. I don't know. It's better than waiting on a motor. You know what I mean? So, we did get. Wait, let me bring that back. Did we achieve our goal? I think we did. Maybe we didn't. As far as the banner is concerned, big thanks to Handler Motorsports. We got a bunch of extra banners, not from Hanlon, but from stuff that he had sitting at the shop. So we're going to give away a different banner tonight. I think so. Wow. That's a big one. That's a big ass banner, bro. I can't put that up here. Y'all want to give this one away? The Mickey Thompson one? You want something different this week? So my buddy has a Mercury Mountaineer with a 302, and I noticed it has coil packs. Is there a way to use that setup on a Fox? Yes. And MF Customs is, he's pretty familiar with that stuff. So I think we're gonna. I don't know. I still got to get the banner I won 6 months ago also hung up. Yeah, we'll do the Mickey giveaway. So big shout to Mickey this past weekend. They gave us a $1,000 card, and what I did instead of using the card, we gave it to the race, and we did a random. There was 11 cars. The number 6 chip was pulled, which was Jared Meter. He was a guy that I hadn't raced with yet, so he was new to kind of the stick shift stuff, and he won the card. So big thanks to Mickey for giving us a red card to give away to one of the racers. So that's a perfect banner to give away tonight because I give them a shout out. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But anyways, we're getting towards the end of what I had to talk about. Tremec points coming down to the wire. We are in the hunt for the Tremec transmission. We were in the lead, but like I said, John Askey took over about a 1.5, which is a round and a half. So I got to come out. We got to come out at Rewind, ready to race. That's in October 11th. So hopefully we can get that box and do some, bring that win home for here on the channel, man. I go out there and race, and you guys motivate me to put content up. I try to do some cool shit with racing and represent us here on the channel and bring as much content to it with that. I know some of you guys don't relate to some of that stuff, and that's okay. Just just root us on and follow along. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys. So it wouldn't hurt to have a 427 at least. Yeah, I mean, and it's built for boost, so it's not like it's a high compression one, and it's a solid roller, so that's a big plus. I had a squeak in my motor. I found a guide plate not lined up. I think I got it fixed now. Hell yeah, bro. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's do a hashtag Mickey, Mickey, and we'll give away this banner. So we'll do that right now. Hashtag Mickey. Let me just go ahead and. Again, thanks, Mickey Thompson, for what you guys have done for us for the channel. And for this past weekend. So I know I asked the question earlier and didn't get the question. What you guys working on in the garage? Like, I always enjoy the Sunday live stream. I'm losing my voice because Friday we had a football game and I lost my voice there. And then Saturday we were racing, and I talked a lot there. And yeah, it was pretty neat. It's a pretty cool little venue. So it's been kind of rough for me to talk. So it sounds like I'm sick, but I'm not. Definitely not sick, bro. But we got a couple, like I said, we got a couple of videos coming up this week. We're gonna put up a little bit of catching you up on the white car with the clutch and the two-step that we were just screwed up this past weekend. We're gonna get it dialed in. We're gonna get it dialed in with the tamer. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna do good. But we got I want to focus on the muffler video. It's not that hard to make because I want to move on. I want to get the FPs off the black car, even though they sound super good. And I need to get them in somebody else's hands. So we're going to be giving that away. And I want to dig out the Mac flow path cat back that I had promised. I didn't promise it, but I want you guys to take a look at it and tell me what you guys think next Sunday on, we'll call it my birthday live stream. Even though it's Wednesday's the true birthday. So technically it's my birthday week now and next Sunday. So I appreciate you guys, joining me on one of those days. But yeah, man, just trying to keep you guys motivated. So that's the videos we're going to be working on this week. Not much past that. White car still runs really good. Like I said, it's done everything I wanted to do. We're just going to go back over it. We got a big race. We got new tires we just put on it. Got a big race coming up September 7th. It's like a true street style, so we'll have to actually go on like a little cruise. So I might even go live and shit in the car. What do you guys think? Go live and shit in the car and just kind of drive on this cruise and talk some shit with you guys. That'd be fun. But that's about it. What you guys working on? Let me see here. We got some time for some questions, and then we're going to go ahead and head out. Stock 302 build with 3-bar heads and GT40 intake. Should I use 19-pound injectors? I get a high volume. Do not get a high volume oil pump. You don't need one. Standard oil pump. You don't want to suck the motor. You don't want to suck the oil out of your pan. That's the problem with high volume oil pumps, is they work too good. High volume, high whatever pressure, whatever. You don't need it. At least I don't think you do. Everybody has their own opinions on it. So we're gonna go ahead, even though we didn't hit the goal, we were one short of the goal. We're gonna go ahead and give away a hat too, hat or t-shirt. So if you guys win the banner and or the hat or t-shirt, email me at neomustangs.com. That's how we'll get it out to you. So about to swap to a 4-barrel Holley carburetor and ditch my piece of eBay China Craft 2-barrel. Do it. Carburetor's skin your ass, bro. When done right, All right, here we go, Mickey. 351, 30 over Vortec. 190 should be firing up this week. Let's go, man. Let's go. All right, we're going to do the giveaway now. We're at the top. KK's wife. Congratulations. You won the Mickey Thompson banner. I think we're gonna do trivia for the hat and t-shirt. So we'll do channel trivia and then we'll call it a night. Oh. Hell yeah. Congratulations, bro. Or I wouldn't say bro, I think that's actually his wife. I think they both watch the channel on a Sunday. So congratulations, bro. What to do first? What to do first with what? What's up, Nathan Tuck? Good to see you, man. Been on the channel a long time. One of our highest members on the members chat, man. I appreciate what you do for us, Nate. What's up, Ohio Stick Ship in the house? Man, Gabe, man, you would have loved this. You would have loved some stick ship racing this past week, and I'm trying to tell you. Sign the banner. Yeah, let me do that right now. So I thought it was kind of fitting to give away that one today because they took care of us. That's actually like the 4th Mickey card we've given away. So, you know, Mickey Thompson's donated like 4,000 to our racing. Because that card, I mean, if you think about it, radios are like $500 a piece or $450. So that's why I call it a $1,000 card, because you can just get 2 radios if you want to. You know what I mean? Sweet. Garrett Leach, Tamer is badass. I'm finally going to get mine dialed in. Did you got one already? Yeah, we're definitely both watching on the big screen. I love it. I appreciate it. What's up, Roy? Good to see you, man. I get a chance to say hello. I seen you sneak in here a little bit ago, man. I appreciate you, brother. Been on the channel a long time too, man. Good to see you back. We're going to do trivia. So we're going to give away a hat and t-shirt. Usually every Sunday we'll do like a little goal thing where we give away like this is part of like a t-shirt hat giveaway. So it's usually five super chats at $10 a piece. And what that is YouTube takes a chunk of it and we just forward that money to Mike, and he Mike at 417 Fox, and he ships a t-shirt hat to a random person in the chat. But this time it's going to be somebody that's been on the channel. So we're going to do it anyways, even though we didn't hit the goal. I don't care. Close enough. And tonight we're going to do a trivia for a hat and t-shirt. So again, KK, make sure that Neomustangs at hotmail.com send me your address. So I raced a stick shift stock block 8.2 deck low budget small tire and it actually put on one of the trailer. But the bear that got me, he won, and I ain't going 490s. Hey man, you went out there and tried. That's all that mattered, bro. Love it. Hey, I went out first round too at my race back this weekend, but you know what? Like I was talking about, you know, that whole stick shift series and that shit that I'm doing with racing is more. It's bigger than just me winning in my own money, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to race and have some fun. Like I said, when shit's not fun anymore, I'll put a damn car cover over it. We're going to be done with it. So, Neil, I sent you an email. Let me know if you somebody would install a vent tubes like that. Picture in the email. Okay. So always great to see you. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Nice shirt. I need that shirt. We have that. So Tremec, I can't get you a shirt because a different company makes this, if I'm not mistaken, but you can go to Tremec's website and you can get the TKX version of this as well. So Tremec has the 6-speed and the 5-speed on there. And it has the big logo in the back. You guys never seen that before? It's pretty cool, huh? So I got the 6-speed on the back of this one, and I know that they have the TKX version of this on their website. So matter of fact, I'm gonna go over there and look at it right now. elevating performance. Products and services. Merch. We got any merch? Where we at? Can't tell you that and it not be there. Yeah, apparel. There we go. Tremec store. Men's long sleeve, tactical polo, performance T blend. Yeah, they have the TKX one. 6-speed, white. Where we at? I thought I had the 5-speed thing on the back. Maybe it's just the TKX thing. It's whatever. KK, man, I appreciate the $10 super chat. Resend that email, Anthony? I try to answer as best I can, guys. I get bombarded like every day with text messages and notifications and emails. So if I miss you guys, I'm not ignoring you. If I miss you guys, I try to answer as much as possible to everybody as often as possible. So I hope nobody gets mad about that. Is your car a 6-speed? It is. That's a 5-speed. This one's the TKX, out of box TKX, wide ratio 18085, which is the 327 first gear. We had a blast. That's all it's all about. That's right. Me too. I had a freaking blast. We have a second chance here though in Ohio, which is really, really cool. So if you kind of shit a brick in the first round like I did, you get an opportunity to come back and win some more money. So it's kind of a nice little scenario or whatever. Okay, so for the t-shirt and or hat, let's do that real quick. We're gonna do trivia. So this is a good one. Only OGs will know this one. Okay. Back in the day, my black car right here used to have a stock bottom N302 in it. We all know what heads we ran. Pretty much know what camshaft we ran. We talk about stuff like that all the time here on the channel. What was the brand of the we switched over to a turbo kit shortly after we got the black car, because we bought the turbo kit locally cheap. Now, let me get to it. I know. Just get to the damn point. Okay. What was the brand of the turbo on the first turbo kit on my black car when I put it on? What brand was it? Let's see how old. Let's see if somebody gets it right off the bat. This is for the hat t-shirt. Hat and or t-shirt at neomustangs.com. Wrong. Nope. Here's a hint. They don't make them anymore. The company bought them out. And that company makes them. They just rebranded and renamed. Probably the same company. Shit, I don't know. Nope. That's a good one, then. Shit, I went this far already. Not be something. Nope. Not Vortec, not On 3. Not Helion. Not Precision, not Garrett, not Borg, not Vortec. What brand was the first turbo with the turbo kit? And it used to be, okay, here's another hint. It used to be sold by On 3. What brand was it? It was not an On 3's. That was not their brand. It was, they had bought, yeah. It used to be in some of the first On 3 turbo kits. It's a really good turbo, to be honest with you. I really wish I had 2 of them. I'd put them on the coupe. They're cheap, but they work really well. How many of you guys do you want to know? You want a different question? It's not Warner, the company who doesn't do it anymore. Well, not Turbonetics. That's a good one because we've used that one before. It's on my mind. I just can't spit it out. Okay. Here's another. Here is another. Not Turbonetics, not DNA. You guys pretty much named them all. The company that, if I'm not mistaken, the company that bought them is Comp Turbo. It's not Greedy. It's not BNR. Not Speedcore. Pretty sure Comp Turbo bought them and rebranded. I think it's the same. Maybe we should ask a different question. I mean, I swore on this turbo. It was on my blue car too. It was hard to get another one. Car Tech, no. Okay. So all right, we'll try I guess we'll go with a different one. Comp Turbo bought them. Speedmaster, that's close. Not Granatella. Comp Turbo was supposedly bought them, from what I understand, because it looked like the same exact turbo. There it is. Master Power. Michael Lampley, congratulations. Master Power was one of the original turbos that On3 used to give, if I'm not mistaken, their little 302 kit. Now, when they started making the kit years ago, like when they first dug their teeth into that whole genre, I mean, you could get this kit for 13, 14, 1500. I don't know what it is anymore. I don't even know how much it costs anymore. But Master Power, that's a bad little bitch. I enjoyed that turbo. It had a 70 comp wheel, 60, I think it was a 7068, and they had a 81 housing for it too. And it was a really good turbo. It was literally, if you're going to do a stock bottom end, stock block, whatever build with On3, just their 7068, they've went leaps and bounds since then. But they used to put that turbo in their kit, and if I'm not mistaken, Comp Turbo bought them, and Comp Turbo is a pretty good turbo. So, yeah, that was a bad little bitch. Loved it. So, hell yeah. Appreciate you, Andrew, for the $10 super chat. Congratulations, man. Had one back in the day. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'm with good people. I'm telling y'all, I'm with good people. You know what I mean? And I love seeing shit like that. And be honest with you, I would put 270-68s on my freaking coupe 427 or the 363 build. That's something I may consider. 64-66 is something small. That's because we want to run twins. But yeah, so email me, Mike Lampley at Neomustangs at Hotmail, and I will send you over to 417 Fox, who will get with you on what you just figure out what shirt or hat you want from neomustangs.com. Pretty easy. And let me know. So guys, I love doing shit like this. I love giving away shit. I love spending the Sundays with you. I was freaking exhausted. I got in at 4:30 last night from racing. I literally slept here and there off and on for 3 or 4 hours. Ended up going to the gym, had a good day. Got a bunch of shit done. Just because you're tired don't mean that, the world stops for you. We got to find time, get in the garage, spend some time with your family, get your finances right, get your mind right, get your shit done. Get off the jack stands, stop procrastinating, because we all do it. And I do the same thing. So, yeah, you guys motivate me to put content up and meet you guys every Sunday. And I motivate you to get your shit off the jack stands. And I love to hear the stories. I hear them all the time. This past weekend we were at the race. I had 2 or 3 guys, different sets of people, come over and say, "You know what, brother? I appreciate your channel, and being motivating and uplifting. I mean, I just want to be a good human. I just want to be a good human. I want to enjoy racing. I want to enjoy life. Life's too short to be a dick, to be honest with you. It is what it is. There's time and a place for that, but not here, not here on the channel. But not that anybody was. I'm just saying in general. I also want you guys to take a minute, keep an eye out. The guy next to you might be, be a good human to people next to you. You don't know what that person's going through. Call up that person that you ain't talked to in forever. They may want to hear from you too. Maybe they're missing you as well. It is what it is. Life's too short for that shit. You know what I mean? We're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised next week. And that's what I'm always talking about with the cars. We get wound up in life and shit, and garage is a therapy, man. Get out there and do some work on your car. You know what I mean? Go to a race. I didn't get a chance to spend some time with my son this past summer. He broke his hand the last couple of weeks, and I didn't get a chance to go fishing with him. So I get it, man. I get it. Yeah, I don't know if that hits home with you, some of you guys, but I didn't get a chance to fish with my kid this summer. That's a big deal to me. It fucked me up. Now he's back in school, and I don't really get a chance to do any of that anyway. So we ain't promised that. I'm going to regret that for the rest of my life because it's in the back of my mind. I love my family. You should love your family, love your friends, enjoy the people, surround yourself with people that's going to motivate you and lift you up. Get rid of the toxic shit if it's there. So, but anyways, once again, thank you. I learned a lot from this. I appreciate that, Scott. You have a great week, guys. Life is too damn short. You know what I mean? Go for a walk, spend some time with your family, get your ass in the garage, get that car off the jack stand, do whatever you got to do. Make the shit work. Make it make sense. Make life make sense. I love y'all. We'll see you this week. We got a Flowmaster video. We're going to focus on the Flowmaster video this week. Is that king in my car? Because it's got some big shoes to fill in my black car. Because those FP mufflers are bad. Those are bad bitches. And I'm going to be honest with you. They're neck and neck with how well I like Mac mufflers. So, I'm a Flowmaster dude. We're fitting to find out this week on whether I'm going to like them or not on the black car. So I love y'all. Stay safe. Appreciate everybody who donated to the channel tonight. Congratulations to the winners. We'll get your merch out. We'll get your banner out. And we got a birthday giveaway next week. We're going to be giving away FP mufflers to one of y'all. Have a good night. Have a good week. Stay safe. Love y'all. See you soon.